Speaking of the swamp, we're all big fans of Congressman Duncan Hunter here. He's, by the way, I misspoke yesterday. He's not from Orange County. Apparently he represents San Diego. But I'm going to basically say, sorry to say, pretty much same difference. This is the Scumbag arms manufacturer suburbia part of California. I believe his dad had the seat before him. One of the first two congressmen to endorse Trump. He vapes and he promotes wars and harms the country. But one thing that he did do, which was kind of cool, is take those predatory corporate interests that fund his campaigns and use a little bit for himself and his family to have a good time, which is the coolest thing I've ever heard him do. I totally support his little micro act of redistribution there.
Waste political donor money.
Waste political.
If it's from corporations.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag free Duncan Hunter. Though, that being said, all kidding aside, I'll make a lot of jokes about my cynicism about relationships and all this stuff. But the reality is I was at first really charmed that Duncan Hunter was apparently on a crime spree with his wife. At least that's what the government is alleging. And I said the only thing that surprises me about the Duncan Hunter story is that the misused campaign funds for a vacation to Italy were not with a side piece. They were with his wife.
That's
and that
integrity.
makes me actually think, look at the guy's face and tell me you're not surprised and impressed that that's the case. However, here he is on Fox yesterday, and it sounds to me like somebody might be getting ready to, I don't know, I don't think flipping his wife under multiple buses. Let's check this out.
You also said yesterday that your wife handled a lot of the family expenses and the campaign finances. So are you saying that it's more her fault than your fault?
Well, I'm saying when I went to Iraq in 2003, the first time.
I love that.
Iraq.
By the way, I'm a soldier.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm saying the bitch did the money. It's her fault. No, by the way, I'm a veteran. That's what I'm saying.
Spider hole.
Yeah, keep going.
When I went to Iraq in 2003, the first time I gave her power of attorney, and she handled my finances throughout my entire military career, and that continued on when I got into Congress because I'm gone 5 days a week. I'm home for 2. So, and she was also the campaign manager. So, whatever she did on that'll be looked at too, I'm sure. But I didn't do it. I didn't spend any money illegally. I did not use campaign money, especially for Wounded Warrior stuff. There's no way.
And what about the effing Navy comment that you heard Ed talk about? Did you ever say that?
Martha, I would have to say that I probably said that and many other things like that. I was in the Marine Corps for quite a while. I love the Navy. I love the Marine Corps and all the other services. My dad was in the Army. My little brother was in the Army. I might talk trash about the Army every now and then, too, but it's usually in good fun. It's all in good fun.
All right. So that was with regard to the $15,000 trip to Italy with your family, which your wife called in an email the best family vacation ever, which makes it sound like it's not business.
No, I paid for the trip to Hawaii, except for when I was there on my own vacation, I wanted to call up the Navy and say, let me tour the base there. I do that all the time. Whenever we travel anywhere, we go by a military installation, or there's people there who I know that I want to go raise money or go speak to. We do that all the time. And by the way, Martha, too, I've been a prolific fundraiser. I've raised millions and millions of dollars for the Republican Party and for myself and for other candidates. The Department of Justice throwing out a bunch of campaign expenses and saying that I was doing those illegally is just wrong.
So,
Man, oh man, he seems real innocent. Those Marines,
I do just want to say, this is from military.com. Possibly one of the worst charges against Hunter, a Marine artillery officer who served in Iraq and left reserved as a major, was that he tried to pass off the use of campaign fund contributions to wounded warriors. Hunter wanted to buy a pair of shorts for a golf outing in Hawaii, but was out of money, the indictment charged. Margaret Hunter, his wife, quote, counseled him to buy shorts at the golf pro shop so that he could falsely describe the purchase later as, quote, some golf balls for the wounded warriors, the indictment reads.
I didn't start anything with the wife.
Wow.
It's kind of like when rich girls start shoplifting, you know?
Right.
It's like, it's
Right.
not because they don't have the money. They just want the thrill of getting away with something.
Well,
Power
apparently, actually, one thing I read was that and of course they're totally financially comfortable, but apparently they so spent beyond their means that there was actually a time when his checking account was down to like $35. He took out a $20.
That's a kind of wound. That's a kind of wound for the warrior.
Yeah, sets for the wounded warrior. Hey, maybe they were probably the Navy anyways. Fucking losers.
Hey, I forgot my golf shorts. You just pick some up from the pro shop right there.
Yeah, just pick it up at the pro shop. We'll say that we're helping out the Navy with it. Losers.
Navy pussies.
These fucking Army pussies with they have golf balls all day because they're fucking scratching their balls. Losers.
Right-wing Marines. Totally normal people.
Yeah, super normal people. Definitely the type of people that we should be constantly culturally valorizing.